Thank you for joining us for step 5 of 10 steps to improve returns of your portfolio. And step 5 is don't pay performance fees. So what are performance fees? The biggest and most classic example of performance fees you would experience are in hedge funds. You hear a lot about them in the news because in history's past, some hedge funds have outperformed a large amount. And the way they charge their clients is known as 2 and 20. So they charge 2% on your assets under management annually, and then any outperformance of the fund itself based on their benchmark, which we've talked about before, any outperformance of that, they charge 20% of that. So 20% of all the extra that they've earned, they kind of take home and put in their own pockets. You want to know if you're paying performance fees because you want to know if they're justified or not. However, performance fees have a conflict of interest. You want to discuss that?
Well, there is a real conflict of interest, especially let's say you're a conservative investor. Of course, you probably shouldn't own a hedge fund, but if you do, or something similar with performance fees, you think in terms of the management company. The management company, just like Anderson Griggs, we get a basic fee for the management of your portfolio, but if we were going to be receiving an outside financial reward for higher returns, maybe we would just take the highest risk possible in order to earn that one-time fee. We really have nothing on the downside that protects us from that or stops us from trying to do that. So in most instances, managers will take extraordinary risk to try to exceed a certain performance threshold so that they can start earning extraordinary fees. And I think if we talk a lot about common sense and take a little bit of common sense, when you hear about very, very rich billionaires managing hedge funds, the majority of that didn't come from their own performance. The majority of it came from those few years when they had extraordinarily high fees, and of course, you're paying the price for that on your own portfolio returns. Most individual investors probably have no idea about performance fees because they don't own anything that would be subject to that. But there are people right here locally, even some of our own clients, that are involved in the management as a trustee of a trust fund or an endowment fund or even a pension plan. Many instances, because their peers were buying hedge funds, they think that they should do the very same thing. Of course, over the last few years, that's been the wrong choice. You just really need to understand where your fees are coming from, how much you have to earn before performance fees kicked in, and then you really have to judge whether those extra fees are worth the effort.